Never seen the big man as happy as he is right now.
You've earned it, get yourself involved.
I'm going right in for a full-on.
Oh, you want the pudding first, the brioche? I think I'll keep it to whatever the fuck this one is.
Well, back in Loch. I can't tell you what Loch, I nearly slipped up there, didn't I? Start that again. Well, we're back in the sib, looking for the big perch. First drop down. I don't think it's massive, but
It's not bad,
not too bad
actually.
at all. Have you look at that, Alex? There you go. That's why we come here.
You're
No.
30 seconds we've been here.
If anybody asks, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're not tangled up in my line
I
though.
know, who cares? Well, I think that's the first video I've ever done opening up with a fish on. That was instant. But I ain't complaining. I don't think this perch is shy of £2. Been resting in the net so he's lively. Look at that. Absolute clunker. It's hard to believe we're wanting one twice this size. But we'll not waste any time. Fishing drop shot with the soft plastics and fishing static lobworms as well. This one came in the static lobworms. Bye. Cracking start, long mate, continue. Get them back, Alex. There we go. Hope that continues. A great start. Right, Alex, over to you. I screamed off. This is a perch. It's a good one. But I think it might be a jack with that kind of run. Oh. This is a perch, it's a doozy.
That cannot be a perch.
That's a perch. It must be a pike. It must be a jack. I'm never worried about this. Please be a perch, but I think it's a pike. It's not a big pike, that,
That ain't no perch.
Could you put that down and try and help us with this other rod?
Nah, I'm just going to watch you struggle.
No. We've untangled the rods. It doesn't look like half a bad pike either. Oh, you shitey. And away I goes again. They're a better sounding fish than a reel going like that. Come on, it's hooked just nice, so it shouldn't snap off.
Bigger net.
Forceps, please. Believe that. 2 drops, 2 fish. There we go. What's that, 80 centimetres, 82. That's probably the biggest pike I've had this season. Get a wee look at him. Not what we came for, but welcome nonetheless. 9 gram drop shot rod and a big lob worm. What I think happened is, I seen a wee rattle, I think that was a perch, and then he's come along. Get him back. He wasn't hanging about. It's a good start, I think. Let's perch me, man.
Well, finally getting on the action there. Shortly followed by Gordon's rod tearing off. Mine just bounced around all over the place over there. It's a bit mental. These aren't big fish by any means, but any perch is a nice perch, isn't it? I'm going to try my best.
Excuse me.
To show both of them. Which is easier said than done with these fish. Yeah. They're not big. Gordon's first fish was lovely. These are pretty small. But I'm off the mark, the blank's off. I thought this one might have been a little bit bigger when I first hit it, but I don't think it's that big. No, it's not bad. No, that's not. Thought it was about twice that size. Maybe we can just lift him in.
Best one of the day.
Best one of the day. Fingers out the way. There you go. Still only small for this place, for the standards of this place, but it's my best of today. Literally just dropped that down and away, so I'm going to need the net for this one. Not a bow stretch though, that's the thing.
Thank you, Jude.
That's more like it.
A better fish there.
It's alright, aye, getting there. I'm going up the way.
We'll get ourselves sorted.
Yeah. Well, it took me a while to officially, properly get on the scoreboard with a decent fish. But we got there eventually. Have a look at him. Getting on for £2, don't know if he's quite there. But, if I can just lift him up. Not quite 2, but my best of the day. And while I'm here, this is the first time I've managed to get on this place. Gordon, Ross, Darren, Jamie, they've all been here without me. So this is my first time, and you know what? It's not that bad. But like I said, they get much bigger than that.
We'll get a wee measure of that before we get them back.
Yeah, why not, just out of curiosity's sake. So I'm not really into this whole measurement over weight thing. But he's been doing it for a wee while. This one goes, what, 36, 37, it's a wee bit further forward there, so let's say 37. I can just shift them back a touch.
Aye, I'll give you 37 on that.
There we go, yeah, 37. So what's that in? What's that in old money then? What's that in?
I think that'll be just slightly over 2.
Yeah, give me 2 for that one.
Do you want to wait out of curiosity?
Nah, I want a 3.
Right.
I want a 4.
I want a 4, you want a 3.
Get them back quickly. Not hanging around. Right, now we're cooking. 2 fish in 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get bigger again. £4 apparently.
Imagine.
In fact, you know, I've seen photos of them. It's £4 in here.
Matter of fact, we'll throw one up.
Of course we will. Right, oh, the first couple of hours not been too bad. Plenty of fish, nothing huge. Lots of small fish, and then a couple of decent ones. The way we're fishing is just static lobworms fished directly under the boat. I've been fishing drop shot style round about it, just searching around. But there's another one. That's the third one in 5 minutes. There's fish smashing fry on the surface, just round about here. So, fishing 2 rods. I'm going to stick with my static rod under the boat. That's just sitting out there, but let's put a big rubber lure on. I've got some little jerk baits there as well. I'm going to start with quite a big spiky shad.
Is that the one that caught the big perch?
It's similar, similar, not quite as big as this. That's the biggest one I've got. And quite a heavy jig head. I'm just going to see if I tempt some of the fish that are active near the surface. But I'll start with this, and then yeah, a little twitching shad, Rapala twitching shad, I think we'll definitely nail one of these fish.
Pike incoming.
We'll get a couple of pike as well, no doubt. So yep, wire trace as always. Will be going on. Was it Stuart you said? Yep, Fish X.
No.
Nope, other Stuart.
No.
Nope. Robert, not Stuart at all. I was going to say, Stuart doesn't make traces. Robert. What's his company called again?
Voodoo.
Voodoo Traces. See if you ever want any marketing done, don't ask me. He's your man for that. Right, Voodoo Traces, spiky shad. Let's see what we can do.
When I keep the camera rolling, this is our first chuck that now.
See, I don't know what to do now. I don't know where to put the twitching shad on or go. Let's go with this. So there's various ways you can fish a jig head. Just like there's various ways you can fish the drop shot. You can drop it all the way to the bottom, just bounce it along the bottom. But these fish are active near the surface, so as soon as it hits the deck, as soon as it hits the surface, I'm going to just retrieve it and see what happens. Erratic retrieve. But I think you're right, I think the twitching shad's going on in a second. One of my favourite lures, perfect size for big perch. Let's just try a steady retrieve. Just mixing the retrieve up slightly. So where we're fishing, it's about 4 feet just where I've landed there, and it drops off quite suddenly into about 18 feet where we're anchored. Nah, the shad's going on, I think. Now, if those fish are smashing little roach on the surface, then I've got the perfect. Let's go. I've got the perfect lure for it. So I wasn't even going to bring this box today.
That the one there?
That's the one, if I can get it untangled. Yeah, if you get perch, smash and fry, surely that'll do the trick, I think. I've got more there. Yep. Just don't let this turn into a pike session. It's not a pike session.
I guarantee
It's
you'll
not.
nail a pike.
I probably will, but
I know.
we'll see. This wheel is great. Goes for miles. For the weight of it, I think it's about 13 grams. And then just a kind of erratic retrieve.
Can't watch 3 rods here.
Got a few wee crankbaits in there that I can maybe try as well. The fish I seen, the first one I seen on the surface, where this mic's probably making all sorts of noises, was substantial. It's pretty big.
Another one.
This will keep me busy. This will give me something to do while those static baits fish away. Although I do think I've been robbed of a worm. I need to change that.
Right, we will be back.
Yeah.
How's that lure panning it?
Not as well as I hoped.
Is that the third lure still in the...
I went back to the spiky shed. Fished. It's really deep out in front of us here. So, well, do you remember last year, round about this time, I've been getting a hard time for it for the last 12 months, probably more than 12 months, that someone, me, forgot to press record during the capture of Gordon's big tench. The fight was dramatic, it was jumping out of the water like a sailfish, but I forgot to press record. Guess what he's just done? That's the fish of the day, in the net. The fight was alright, but Numpty here forgot to press record. Let's have a look at this. That's a nice fish. There we go, so got him on the scales, he's a wee bit lively. Got him on the scales, got him on the measuring map, and here's the biggest fish of the day. And to be honest, he's the biggest fish I've had in a wee while. I think I got one similar to this size not too long ago, and we'll maybe a wee recap on that later on, explain exactly what happened. But yeah, 2.5 pounds, 2 pounds 8, 42 centimetres. Getting closer to that £3 mark, and that's what this year's sort of target is. We'd love to go closer to 4, but if we can get one at 3 would be fantastic. Yep, that fish has made my day. Still early, still plenty of time for a little bit bigger. 2.5 pounds in anyone's book, especially mine, and especially my recent history. I'm over the moon with that. And to see it leave like that is fantastic. This place is alright, by the way.
Told you.
This one absolutely tore off. I thought it was a pike. Still think it might be a pike, but I don't think it is. I think I got a glimpse of it. I think it's a perch.
It's a perch, it's a doozy.
I think it is. I think I've seen it. It is.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Net, net, net. Unhook it, mate, unhook it. Unhook it. It's only just like that.
Can you put the camera down?
Panic!
Teens!
Oh, shit. Are we good?
Right.
Don't get the water, Alex. Don't get the water.
He's got it! What a palaver that was.
It's not actually as big as I thought it was.
I don't think we got as much as that as we think.
What a fight that was.
Is that the static bait again?
That was the static bait again, yeah.
Be glad you done it now.
Aye.
Right, let's get this
Oh
sorted.
shit, the net's not actually the boat anymore.
Alex,
Sorry, I'll get it. Oh yeah, I'll have a fish in it, it's fine.
forgot about that crucial part.
Did you record that one?
Haha,
You need to try and grab this net.
right, need to deal with this.
Here you go, second decent fish of the day. Well, third, yeah, third actually, yeah, sorry. Second for me. Just about 39, 40 centimetres, so
You're well over that zero, actually.
yeah, 40. We'll call it 40.
40.
Not, what? Not as big as we thought it was. It fought like an absolute tiger. £2.4. So a little bit smaller than my last one, but hey, any perch over £2 I'm more than happy with.
Nice photo of it.
Go for it. Right, I am actually losing the feeling in my feet, so let's get them back. Oh, the top.
Elegantly done.
Oh, need a bigger boat. Not for the fish, just for my
We need less stuff on the boat.
old knees. I'm enjoying this. This is alright. And it's sunny.
Who knew?
This is more like it. This is fishing that I can really start to enjoy. Starting catching fish and good fish at that. Now the technique that we're using, you've heard us kind of talk about it through the first part of the video. It's kind of drop shot meets static ledgering. Right, we've got this sort of drop shot set up. So drop shot rod. This is a 2.5 metre, which is what, 8 foot to 5 to 20 grams. So it's not an overly light rod, but 5 to 20 grams is I quite like. It's quite nice. It handles any pike that you come into contact with as well. And the drop shot sort of setup that we would use is the hook at the top there. I don't know if you can zoom in on that. So it's Palomar knotted drop shot hook. Well, that's actually a chino. That's a sea fishing hook, but I think they suit well. And if you look just below that hook, there's a knot in the line. Right. That's deliberate. I've got another one down here. And that just creates a weak point. In case the lead, which is your drop shot lead, well, it's not really, it's just a Arsley bomb or something like that. In case that gets stuck, your weak point, those knots, will break, leaving your fish hopefully still intact or still in contact with. So that's your drop shot set up. And normally when you drop shot, it's a case of searching. You'd flick it out and you just very slowly twitch it back. You can fish it quite quick, or you can fish it static. We've literally got the drop shot set up, sat on rod rests. You see Gordon's 2 rods in the rod rest directly below the boat. So the worm's sitting, what's that, 18 inches to 2 foot off the bottom. You can have a little bit of slack line in there which will allow the worm to move as the boat sort of swings around in the wind. And it works. Evidently it works. It's not the most exciting, the most active style of fishing, but hey, it's doing the trick, it's doing the damage. Drop shot you can use, well, you're supposed to use soft plastics.
You use what works.
But we use what works. And what works, it's quite a small one actually, let's get a bigger one. Bigger worm, bigger fish.
Look at that in the tub.
Yeah. Lobworms, best perch bait in the world, according to me. Thread it on. And there you go. There's your drop shot setup. You can twitch it, you can leave it static, you can do what you want with it. It catches fish. So that's 3 2-pounders so far today. Gordon says he reckons it was only touching £2, but I reckon it was about 2.4. For some reason we didn't bother measuring it or weighing it. And then mine at 2.5 and a slightly smaller one at 2.4. The 3, we might get that 3. You never know. Right, I'm not going to catch it sitting here chatting, let's get it in. Literally over the side of the boat, probably down around about 18 feet of water. On the bottom. Drag set fairly tight, but enough to prevent the rod going in. And the rod rest. And we want that slight bit of slack line, we don't want it bow tight. That slight bit of slack. Just so the weight's not been pulled up and down off the bottom. And you just wait, and the bites are admissible, the rod just like that.
Go grab that.
It's not my rod, here. Ah, it's a baby.
I'll let you
It's
get
a
it.
baby.
Get them attacking me.
Nah, it's a tiddler. Ah, he's bigger than its belly, this one. So we've had lots of these wee guys. Lovely little fish. They need to start somewhere. 3 pounder. Always starts as one of those.
Had them small up.
Aye.
Okay, drop that back down. That was good to get that in camera. Don't break my broken rod.
Don't know what's going on here. Well,
I'm literally on my 4th drop shot rod this season. Ross very kindly broke that one last week. Do not have a complete drop shot rod to my name.
there we go. That worm's still
Decent.
decent enough. Just like kind of a wee bit. I think we're fishing braid on all rods. Bite detection is much better with braid. The fight is much better as well.
Well, I know I made an ass of that capture there that Alex had a couple of fish ago, but hopefully we made up for it with his other 2 pounder. I've stopped for a wee breather. Excuse me. You tend to find when you stop for a bite to eat or a drink, one of the rods goes, so we're trying it out again. Thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about a couple of trips that didn't involve a lot of filming. One of the things we spoke about before we started or even put together the first YouTube video was this was never going to overtake our fishing. We enjoy fishing first and foremost. This comes second. So with that said, any time we've been out, we do always have the phones with us. So one of the things to recap on, which we would like to recap on, is we were on the Lake of Menteith pike fishing, and Alex had this 6-inch Fox Rage rainbow trout lure, and he thought, I'm going to give that a go. But what we didn't expect was, how big was it?
Between 2.5 and, say 2.5.
Aye, 2.5. Those are the 3 that he thought it was. I'll start playing the footage now. But as you can see by the excitement and the panic to get the net in the water.
It'd been a while since I caught a big fish.
As he says, you maybe heard him there. The first decent fish I think he's had for a while, so needless to say, it was an old warrior looking type fish, as we say. A really old sergeant major you call it, kind of the big old warriors. But a nice fish. It's nice to see him finally get although technically, as he would tell me, it doesn't count because it wasn't by design. Right.
Perch, that's an absolute monster perch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. That is what.
Doesn't count, but
No, you can stuff your pike. That's a £2 plus perch right there. Maybe that's what we're marking on now.
aye, definitely.
The sound of that. Let's have a look at this beauty. Oh, that is a perch. can keep your pike fishing when there's fish like this around. Look at that. Well over £2. I think we'll weigh that. There we go, it might not count as an official capture, but that is a specimen perch.
How big did it go?
Well, it's £3 in the net, so I'm saying it's probably close to 2. Spawned out, a lot of spawning damage here, very empty.
Hey, hurry up, Alex, I want to get fishing.
Well, look at that perch.
With Alex work pattern, I'm sorry I'm keeping watching the rods as well. With Alex work pattern, sometimes he works the weekends. So that's where maybe me and Ross will maybe head out if Dazza's working or whatever. So me and Ross had actually came down to this water, and I was lucky enough to, for the second time, get a new PB at £2.10. And again, these perch, when you're used to catching them drop shotting from the bank where we fish our local water, the fight, somebody said to me with pike fishing, you know, catching a pike from a boat is a totally different fight. It's exactly the same with the perch. The fights, as you've seen though, it's incredible, really. I love it, it's brilliant fun. And I was able to beat my PB again, as I say. Ross had a few nice fish as well. But the kind of highlight of the year, unfortunately, Alex again was working the weekend. Myself, Ross and Dazza. Ross got his works van, we threw the 2 sibs in, we booked some accommodation and we came down for 3 days. And honestly, I don't think I've giggled and laughed as much at A2. They're a couple of characters, good anglers. Daz never had the greatest of days. He lost a really nice fish on the second day. He did get a nice pike, double figure pike. I think it was about £12 I reckoned on the lures. Daz is a all-out lure man. Ross used to be an all-out lure angler until the static worms started throwing up the bigger fish. So that again, that was how we fished last week. We did search a lot of the loch. But on the first night, I was like a wee girl. This perch surfaced, and all day long I'm thinking that's 3.5, that's over 3. I couldn't contain myself. So Ross and Daz got the anchor up, they came over, clipped onto my boat, and I'd already weighed it a couple of times, rested it in the net, all looking forward to my photograph. So Ross, he weighed it, and it came in, it was another PB, but it came in at £2, 15 ounces and a half. Well, unbelievably, this does not go £3. It goes £2.15. 15 and a half, would you say, Ross? Just nearly the £3 I've been trying to catch. But what it is a new PB. Didn't get the fight. Ross and Daz were scouting about looking for another feature, but I was quite comfortable where I was, and it paid off. So we'll get him back. He's recovered in the net for a while, which we'll do that again before we let him go. Yes!
My man, fucking yes, Gordon, superb, mate.
I asked him to wait again, but that was the 4th time, so we thought that was maybe enough. Poor thing was in their possession for ages. But we kept it in the net as much as possible, only bringing it out when we needed. And as I say, the footage will still be rolling, some pictures will fly up as I'm talking. It was unbelievable. What a fish. If only it had been caught pre-spawn, it would have been easily well over the £3 mark. But aye, what a fish. Ross himself, he caught a few 2-pounders as well. I said earlier on, we'll throw a picture up. It is worth mentioning that this water produces £4. I believe there's a few 5s as well. I'll need to get Ross to confirm that. But they are here. We are putting the time in. We just need that bit of luck. That's all we need. So hopefully this, how long have I been blathering for? Oh, fish.
Switch.
There we go.
Ah, he's only small. Rod rattled round though. Let's try again.
Let's get a wee laugh here.
It's not a specimen, is it?
It was only a wee one. So hopefully I've blathered on long enough that we can squeeze in all the wee extra phone shots we got from the past 3 trips on the perch. So this video will be a all and out perch video, unless a big sea trout appears through the week. I can fire that in. So, but honestly, all kidding aside, it's good to have Alex back catching some decent fish, and if you've watched the recent Tench video, you'll see he was quite chuffed with himself. I never caught one, so my rod's twitching, I'm getting distracted. Right, my turn, I think. Is that going to go? The other one. That's very bream-like.
Mini tench. Mini tench.
Mini tench.
Reposition with the boat there, and then first drop straight down, marked a load of fish on the sounder, load of bait fish probably, and then this guy, he's not huge but he's enough. Felt bigger initially. Yeah, they always do. Give a quick look at him.
Some didn't it give you, but what?
I'm just never tired catching. We like that is absolutely full of fish. So it's probably just sitting on that bait there. Definitely one of the coolest looking fish in the UK. Must admit, these fish are probably not the greatest in terms of colours.
Very washed out.
But look at the red of the fins, no? I'm sure Ross that pointed that out before. The colour of the fins are far more red than they are.
A bit rusty with the handling, Alex.
Have you tried to handle they're spiky? Just covered with spikes. Oh, I think we're on a few fish here.
Oh, you had to say it, didn't you? So perch fishing, some folk probably think, well I know a lot of folk think that perch are a nuisance fish. You want to catch the wee things for. And I'll be honest, I was one of them people. Oh, so I'm watching my rod. People have a kind of negative, or a kind of not so many nice things to say about the perch. No, as I say, a nuisance fish, whatever. Trying not to swear, but believe it or not, I've been fishing on and off since the age of, I think, 8 or 9. And one of the things that always eluded me, now whether that was down to location, I used to fish a river called the Calder, River Calder in East Kilbride where I grew up. And it was brown trout, trotting maggots, dabbled in some spinning, lure fishing, fly fishing, but it was always brown trout. It wasn't until I moved to Balloch and I wanted to fish Loch Lomond, and then the Firth and Forth Canal, in it? Firth and Clyde? Forth and Clyde, my apologies, Forth and Clyde Canal, that the opportunity for perch, pike started to present itself. And as I say, 38 years old, fishing on and off, is the humble age I caught my first perch. And it was obviously thanks to Alex. I put a wee post out on Facebook looking for help, and Alex reached out and offered to show us the feeder fishing that Lomond had to offer. 6 years later, here we are. But I can't remember the gentleman's name that said the famous saying, there is no bigger fish than a big perch. Would that be right, if I said that right?
Yeah, the biggest fish of them all, apparently.
Apparently. Aye.
Bernard Cribbins, possibly.
Bernard too?
Cribbins.
Bernard Cribbins. Anyway, some guy was actually saying, if I find it I'll put it a link at the bottom of the screen. But aye, perch, it's like the grayling. It's like the winter pike fishing though. Each point in the year there's a particular fish that we love to target. In the summertime up in Scotland, the perch fishing I just absolutely love. Alex sent me a fish, but looks at it, missed it, my fault. But we've dabbled in the perch long before we had the sib. Various lochs and rivers, canals. I'll throw some of the older pictures up. I'm a bit slimmer. Alex looks a bit younger and all, and slimmer. So aye, the humble perch, who knew? Absolute fantastic fish. And if you're watching this and never done it, I highly recommend you get up off your arse and give it a go, because it's good fun. Bites have dried up, but bites I've got going on here.
Don't worry about it, just get, that's a big fish, just get a fish. You get it? Get it now. 2 rods, 2 fish, 1 net. That's
Holy shit. 2 fish I've caught. Must be about 5 ton of fish in there. Holy moly.
right, we'll be back in a minute.
There we go. That was the second one.
$39.
39 he's giving me. That is a wee bit over the zero. I'll call it 40.
Of course you will.
Yeah, this is the second one that we get caught there in the chaos. I'm going to put them in the net, get the second one sorted. The first one even.
A wee bit towards you. That a wee bit towards you. Towards you. That's one.
Maybe try and get a nice photo with
Head up.
both of them, which will be easier
Good luck.
said than done.
Right, get him back in the net, we'll get a brace.
Right. Right.
That's very good.
Right. So there we go. A brace of perch. I forget what one's what, but I think that's a £2.4. That one just scrapes £2. So we'll get them back. Alex zooms in for me. I love this photograph you can get. I love this photograph you get just over the water. A nice fish photo as well. And the second one. Just done, look at the purples on that. There you go. That's the benefits of resting fish, by the way, just to mention on fish care. Everybody makes mistakes, everybody drops fish, everybody has mishaps. But you've got to give it your best shot at keeping the fish recovered, giving the fish its best opportunity to recover. And that is something that we learnt, is it's straight after the fight, leave it in the net, get yourself organised, deal with the fish, get it unhooked, back in the net, sort your cameras and all that, carry on. And then they swim off really well. 2 2-pounders. Can't be broken a minute.
Well, I've thoroughly enjoyed my first time on this loch. I say my first time on this loch, my first time targeting perch in particular. I've fished it on the feeder before through the winter and done well on skimmers and dace and roach and whatnot. Something I really want to do again actually, so that might be another episode. But perch, what a place, what a place. Not get anything really big today, but we've still got a few hours left. You never know, still getting my eye on that rod. I think Gordon's just lost a decent fish. It looked like a hefty bend in the rod. But I think all in today, so far, we've had about 5 2-pounders. About 20 little things about that size. And a good few sort of in between as well. So no 3s yet, but 2 pound, 2.5 pound perch. They're just lovely fish to catch. And the weather's been good. The wind's been a pain in the arse. Swinging is, we really need to sort our anchor situation out. We need to get a stern anchor just to stop the boat swinging. So that's the next.
Point, need to point to which side that is.
Stern to back.
Where the engine goes.
Bow, stern, a back anchor. So that's the next job. Apart from that, it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it.
Update on the technology.
I'm getting to grips with it. I'm starting to. We've loaded Navionics, and initially it just wasn't looking right, but it's looking good now. Getting to know the loch a little bit. Aye, all good.
Only one thing missing.
3 pound perch.
Correct.
It's coming. We're not going to give it into dark. We've got a hell of a long drive home. And it takes a bit of time to get this all packed away, so I think we'll go into a run at a bait though. Yeah?
Aye, still how that goes. Good old willy worm, lobworm.
But no, it's nice to be back enjoying fishing again and actually catching fish and catching nice fish at that. A long way to continue. It's not as big as I thought it was. I was getting excited there. That's one absolutely tore off. But it's just a bit of an energetic one.
Alex nearly count me out the boat here.
Oh, there he goes.
That'll teach you.
I wouldn't be doing that with a 3 pounder.
No, you would not. And if you did, you'd have got launched in it for that. This is I think it's a pike. This is a perch, it's an absolute doozy.
I think it's a perch. That's
Stick.
a short burst there, a run there. Yeah, it's not long enough run. It's pike.
It's pike. Good fun on the light rods, but right, let the chaos begin. Oh, for fucking hell. Forceps, please. A bit of luck. Come on, you. You're not getting any more line. Ah, cheers. Oh, come on, come here. only thing with this is you need to check your rig now. I've just tied this. I think I've got away with it. Nice strong fluorocarbon comes in handy. Daft pike.
Well, it was only a matter of time before one of these turned up. I've been informed that they can be a right pain in the neck sometimes. This is the first one today. And you know what, I don't like, because I like a bit of variety. But look at this slimy sucker. You're not going to see it very well in the light. It's the liveliest bream I've ever met. Right there.
Jesus, watch out waiting that screen.
And there we have it. Skimmer bream. This place is absolutely filled with bream. Also roach and dace and walls, but it was £8. I wouldn't really mind.
There is no daft bream.
Big slimy bream. A big slab.
So it is.
Full hook, big slab. Oh no, it's not full hook.
That is.
No, it's not.
That looks full hook to me. Don't bring that on the boat. Just about to pack it away. It's actually not a bad one.
A bit damaged.
A
though.
bit,
That is full hook.
a bit breamy looking. Well, calling time on today. It's a bit of an effort putting this boat away. Got a long drive ahead of us. I'm in desperate need of a coffee. Bites have dried up this side. Alex is still getting the odd bite here and there, but if the bream turned up, game over for me. Didn't come here for bream. So just to recap, as everybody knows, this goal of catching a £3, £4, 3 to £4 perch continues. I honestly thought we'd had one by now, I'm not going to lie. So close last week, £2, 15.5. Some folk would have even claimed that as a £3, but it wasn't the 3. I learnt that mistake for the grayling when we thought the grayling was very careful in how I posted that one. But Alex has had a good, he's off to a good start in the second half of the year with a tench. He got the biggest tench perch today, £2.8. Handful of £2.4s, 3/4 £2.4s. Good few over the £2 mark anyway, so if anybody grumbles at this kind of days fishing, there's something wrong with him. I've had a great day. He's finally having a couple of good days, stringing a few good days fishing together. So with that said, wherever the next one takes us, freshwater, saltwater, who knows. But I'm feeling a wee bit of bass fishing coming on. Put right what we couldn't get last year and get a nice silver bass on the boat. So I think that might be the next goal to turn our attention to. But if you like this playlist, there's more in it. Maybe start one up with a sub fishing playlist as well, just to keep things tidy and throughout the channel. Again, thanks for watching, thanks to all the kind comments, keep them coming. And the only reason why you've got me is because the sun's shining on my beautiful face. He's silhouetted, so with that said, see you later.